Itano program. The all-new 2018 Kona by Hyundai available at Cars Plus. IP&E fueling excellence. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it, and King's Restaurant located in Tumon and Dededo. Always open, always local.
Island residents are urged to prepare now as the NWS forecasts a possible typhoon to hit or pass close to Guam next Tuesday on 9/11. Man testifies in a federal catfish case. The details from federal court. With a possible write-in campaign, are the Democrats divided? Party leaders come together and plan to remind Frank Uggan Jr. and Alicia Limtiaco of their unity pledge. Hafide and good evening. It might be the calm before the storm, so don't let those sunny skies fool you. NWS and Homeland Security held a heavy weather briefing Friday afternoon, warning of a potential typhoon next Tuesday. Carmen Terlahi reports.
Despite the heat, a tropical disturbance intensifying east of the Marianas has the CNMI, Rota, Tinian, and Guam on high alert. At a heavy weather briefing, NWS's Landon Islet announced that Guam is looking at heavy rain Monday night and worst case scenario, a possible Category 2, 3, or 4 typhoon Tuesday, September 11th.
Right now the weather's going to be fine the next today and Saturday and Sunday, but the forecast models have been very consistent over the last couple of days, bringing a typhoon to some extent Category 2, Category 3, or even a Category 4 storm over or near Guam on Tuesday. That's a scary thing. This thing has a lot of time and distance to travel to get its act together and intensify. Unlike previous storms we've had the last couple months, they developed near or over Guam, so they're very weak, they're sloppy. This one could be a very strong, powerful hit, one that we've not seen in over a decade.
According to Islet, a Category 3 typhoon includes sustained winds of 111 to 129 miles per hour, with gusts up to 164. While a Category 4 typhoon could see damaging winds of 135 to 165 miles per hour, with gusts anywhere between 165 to 198 miles per hour. Jenna Blah, spokesperson for Homeland Security, urges residents to begin safety preparations now.
Stock up on your emergency preparedness kits, making sure they have non-perishable food items, bottled water, enough for your family, making sure that you enclose important documents such as birth certificates, even insurance plans or even plans for the home, making sure that you're keeping those safe and secure. You also want to clear loose debris. You want to do that now while the weather's nice. So you want to clear loose debris around your home, making sure that you take down canopies, really making a plan for your pets, making sure that you're able to bring them indoors as soon as the inclement weather happens.
Meantime, NWS will continue to track the storm. The current track has a typhoon passing Anderson Air Force Base in Jigo, but that could possibly change. Heading either way, it could be a dangerous situation for Guam on 9/11. Watches are set to go into effect as early as Saturday.
The bottom line is we're still 4 days out, so change can happen. But as long as it's east of the Marianas, we need to pay a very close watch on this because, again, this could be one of our worst hits since 2002, I believe, on Tumon.
Stay tuned to KUAM News for updates. Reporting for Guam News Network, I'm Carmen Victoria Terlahi.
He wanted out of the military. That's why this defendant says he knowingly participated in talks with a special agent posing as a 13-year-old girl online. On the stand Friday, Wilfredo Lopez tells all. The 30-year-old is currently on trial for attempted enticement of a minor and transfer obscenity to a minor. Quote, I needed something to stop my pay. End quote. These words from defendant Wilfredo Lopez. The 30-year-old told jurors on Friday morning he was having marital issues and desperately wanted out of the military so he wouldn't be responsible for child support and alimony. Lopez has been stationed on Guam for 2 years. He expressed that he had tried to fail his physical fitness test. He even asked his supervisor to be removed. When that didn't work, he found another way. Back in November 2017, Lopez had responded to a Craigslist ad. For fun, he testified that he liked to, quote, mess with people online, end quote, and he liked to, quote, play a role to make someone think I'm someone, end quote. The term is known as catfishing. This particular post was advertising for massage services. Lopez said he had asked for more information, how much, where, and even asked to have sex with the user. The user identified herself as a 13-year-old girl named Britt. In reality, it was a special agent with the Air Force Office of Special Investigations. The two exchanged photos. Lopez sent nude photos of himself, engaged in sexual acts. Britt also sent him photos, but Lopez testified he saw the red flags that he too was being catfished. The teen girl should have been at school at the time of their exchange. Where her photo was captured also revealed Britt wasn't who she said she was. The girl reported living on base. Those housing units, Lopez said, are identical. Her home's carpet didn't match that of other homes. That's when he decided to play along. He reported hearing about another soldier who was kicked out of the Army in a similar case and hoped he would get kicked out too because he wanted his paycheck stopped by December. Quote, my plan was to get in trouble, unquote. When asked if he got his wish, he said yes. During cross-examination, Lopez agreed to all the facts the government presented in their case. It was later stipulated that the photos of Britt were in fact photos of an Air Force Security Forces member born in 1991. This female is not assigned to Guam. Defense had maintained that Lopez believed he was communicating with another adult and not a minor, despite the user's claims of being a 13-year-old girl. Now his fate is left to a federal jury. With election results certification set to happen on Monday, the Democratic Party is not any closer to unity, as party officials have decided to address a possible write-in campaign for the Ugan Limtiaco team. Chris Barnett has more.
The Democratic Party's Central Executive Committee met last night to address the Ugan Limtiaco team's possible write-in campaign. While the team of Senator Frank Ugan and Alicia Limtiaco has not confirmed they would pursue a write-in bid after losing the primary election, Ugan would not rule out the possibility. This has led to rumblings in the Democratic Party, and last night the party passed a motion to write a letter to the Ugan Limtiaco team. The letter being drafted and will be served to Ugan Limtiaco next week.
Reaching out to Senator Ugan and Attorney Limtiaco to have them recognize the pledge that they signed and to invite them over so we can all move forward together.
Much has been made of the fact all four Democratic gubernatorial teams signed a party unity pledge that said primary election losers would not run as write-ins and would also repudiate or denounce any effort by a third party to draft them as write-in candidates. Ugan today tells KUAM News the Ugan Limtiaco team will reach a decision on how they will proceed by Monday. The senator said the team is in discussions with their families on what the next move will be.
Any effort to continue our campaign on behalf of our people is going to be a challenge.
While the presumptive Democratic primary winners, Lulian Guerrero and Josh Tenorio, have made peace and partnerships with the Gutierrez Berdalio and Rodriguez Cruz teams, Respicio said there hasn't been a real effort by the Democratic Party or Lou and Josh to sit down with the Ugan Limtiaco team.
They want to give that gubernatorial team some time to heal, and the space is what's going to make them heal. But you're right, the longer it takes, the harder it is.
I don't think it's ever too late to have a conversation.
Respicio seemed to ramp up the rhetoric by saying the Ugan Limtiaco team, should they decide to pursue a write-in campaign, would be given the cold shoulder by the Democratic Party.
I know for sure that if they did launch a write-in campaign, that the Democratic Party of Guam would not recognize their candidacy, and that the candidacies that will be recognized are the ones that prevailed in the primary election. So that's another thing that they have to consider in weighing those options out.
No, I think it's very unfortunate that Senator Rory is going to make that statement on behalf of the party.
With election results certification slated to happen Monday, expect to see a resolution of some sort by next week. With Adelup hanging in the balance in the general election, Respicio said party unity is a must if the Dems don't want to take an L in November.
When Democrats don't get along, Republicans win.
For Guam's News Network, I'm Chris Barnett.
The Special Legislative Committee formed to probe allegations of misconduct by hospital officials has decided to end its investigation. The committee met on Friday for just the second time since it was convened in June. It was supposed to follow up on a whistleblower complaint by former GMH administrator Dr. Kazue Shimabukuro, who has since left the island claiming harassment by management. Here's committee member Senator Mary Torres and her motion this afternoon.
My thought would be to just refer whatever you've been able to gather confidentially to authorities that would then have some interest in pursuing any possible wrongdoing by employees or the agency heads, and let it be there. Because I think that our role is very clear in terms of an investigative body, what our parameters are. And the parameters that I believe people were concerned that were worth looking into are really outside of our scope.
The committee was not able to hire a private investigator and will forward what it has to the OPA and the AG's office. Committee Chairman Senator Dennis Rodriguez Jr. says they will also preserve copies for the next legislature to pursue an investigation if it so chooses. You might have spotted a vessel off the island coast these past couple of days. That ship is actually owned by the co-founder of Microsoft, Paul Allen. The crew is back in our area as they get ready to embark on yet another mission to find wreckage deep underwater. Nick Delgado spent the day with the crew. Nick, what can you tell us?
Yeah, we spent most of the day out here. I'm still trying to get my sea legs out here on the research vessel Petro, but we're joined by Rob Kraft, one of the men behind the project and the mission happening just off the coast here in Guam. So Rob, tell us about what you guys are doing after some testing.
Hi Nick. Yeah, we're out here in Guam. We're doing some testing on the ROV, the autonomous vehicle we have, also the crane and some of the ship systems.
Right, and so why would you say that this area is so unique and it works so well when testing some?
Yeah, Guam is a great location for us to base the operation out of because we have very deep water, very close to the island, and as you know, we operate extremely deep, 6,000 meters of water, so we like deep things, and it's a great place here.
No doubt this crew definitely has experience when it comes to unearthing some of the history and everything beneath the sea. Anything else that you'd like to add, Rob? Okay. Well, I appreciate you for allowing us to come aboard, and can't wait to see what you guys
Yeah, no,
next.
we're glad to have you guys here. Glad you were able to take time to come out here and see the operation. You know, we've been around here for a while, and we've made some discoveries, and there's definitely more on the horizon. So I'm glad you were able to come out and see us.
Yeah, we'll bring you whatever the next discovery may be for this team here. We'll send it back to you.
Thanks, Nick. The patrol in August last year discovered the wreckage of the USS Indianapolis in the Philippine Sea. The ship was sunk during World War II. Stick around for more news here on Primetime. You're watching KUAM.
There are more ways to experience Guam via KUAM News, giving you what you want, when you want, and how you want it. From smart devices, Alexa, what's in the news?
Here's your flash briefing.
Over the web, on mobile, on streaming platforms, with immersive, interactive formats, and via social media where it's more than just content, it's conversation. More ways to keep you informed and entertained whenever you want it, wherever you are, on whatever device you're using.
When we face an uncertain path, when we struggle with life's challenges, and when the unexpected happens, it's a beautiful day. We rely on the people we trust, it's a beautiful, who we can always count on. And to the ones who give us the most care throughout the years. Rely on Calvo's Select Care to give you the comfort and security you need wherever you are. Calvo's Select Care, healthcare that's always there for you.
Security patrols have been beefed up in Tumon following a recent spike in criminal activity. GVB says suspects have now been arrested for a series of purse snatchings and the robbery and assaults on 2 Japanese visitors at a Tumon beach. But tourism industry officials still sought to increase the security presence as a further deterrent. Nestor Lacanto reports.
GVB spokesman Josh Taikienko says the safety of tourists and residents is paramount. That's why the board and management took swift action to add more patrols in the area.
With the visitors' safety officer presence increased in Tumon, we feel that this will help prevent more criminal activity from happening. But we also have been working with different agencies, Guam Police Department, the Guam International Airport Authority, the Port Authority of Guam, and other agencies to curb criminal activity from happening and making sure that all of us here are safe.
Former Police Chief Paul Suba, who now runs the VSO program for G4S, says there is an occasional spike in crime there, but those in the Tumon district work together to tamp it down as quickly as possible.
So there's communication between employees and their management in the hotels and the police department and the VSO program and the like. So there's a network. And so there are many times where we were able to interdict or disrupt a possible attempt, a suspicious individual in the area, and address that.
The assault on the 2 tourists prompted GVB officials to visit the Japanese consulate to reassure them that security is being addressed. They also sought help to invite the visitors back.
And have them experience Guam the way they should have experienced it, enjoying our beautiful island and our holiday spirit.
For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lacanto.
Police late Friday said they arrested 2 people in connection with the Tumon crimes. They are 25-year-old David Anthony Wanako and 25-year-old Deshane Jerica Agan Santos. They were apprehended in a stolen vehicle after fleeing from a East Agana gas station without paying. With regional headlines, here's KSPN 2 News.
Half a day, Guam. Here's what's making news in the CNMI. One of the original major public land leases has expired, and despite efforts to run the hotel on a month-to-month basis, the uncertainty around the business has put the future of the Mariana Resort in jeopardy. And it may send a signal to other hotels that uncertainty over expiring leases may be the norm. One of the original Japanese investors in the CNMI has announced plans to cease operations at the end of this month. This closure means a loss of rooms, jobs, and facilities, including a hotel, cottages, golf course, spa, 50-meter pool, and restaurants.
Kitami family decided already to close this property.
It was 40 years ago that KUAM Pacific started developing the Mariana Resort property, and it's one of the only resorts on Saipan that has never been sold. But as the lease wound down, the uncertainty of renewal increased.
It's very hard for them to decide, really. But like Kitami-san said, yeah, we have nothing to do. We have to do this.
Former Secretary of DPL P.A. Tenorio initially appeared willing to work on a lease extension or renewal, but as a new casino investor entered the Commonwealth, the plans at DPL changed and KUAM Pacific saw the writing on the wall. Department of Public Land Secretary Marianne Concepcion Tergezu explains the CNMI law and this Marpi land lease.
Public Law 15.2 actually requires that the department issue an RFP, which is a request for proposal for public lands that have one or more interested bidders. At the time, there was an interest with KUAM Pacific itself and Imperial Pacific. And so the department issued a RFP in 2015.
An RFP in 2015 that DPL ran for over a year and closed in 2016. General Manager of Mariana's Resort, William Retardo, says the RFP's conditions made it impossible for KUAM Pacific Saipan to submit a proposal.
It's unrealistic. We cannot submit it. We cannot run in more the property because of the 3. They're giving us 30 days only, and then we cannot get the advance booking for the room. This is a hotel. Mm-hmm. We should have advance booking at least 3 months. Now it's September. We should have a booking already by uh, up to January, but we cannot get advance booking because
Can Pacific sent a notice to their employees stating that effective September 30th, the resort is closing down. Gloria Kavanaugh knows the resort well, serving as GM there for a number of years. She says this closure will greatly impact the tourism industry.
Coming from the tourism side, of course, 124 rooms out of our inventory is a lot of rooms. The Hotel Association represents less than 3,000 rooms, so 124 rooms, especially dealing with particular markets, will hurt.
Mariana's Resort and Spa is closing the 50-meter swimming pool on September 10th, and Mandy Spa is closing on September 15th.
it's very hard decision for Can Pacific, but this is the Kitami family decision.
Watch these top stories and more at saipantv.com. For KSPN2, I'm Adriana Cotero.
Showing off their best dance moves, students from 2 local elementary schools are the first to be a part of Gate's up-and-coming dance team. Carmen Terlahi has more.
Breaking a leg during their lunch break audition, these students were so excited to practice their dance routine.
This is actually our first year for the Gate Dance program. We're launching this year with 2 schools for the first quarter. I started with Jijoa Elementary School, and now we're auditioning the League 1 Elementary School dancers.
24, no 24.
Longtime dance enthusiast and Gate dance teacher Cesar Medina is selecting a group of talented students to learn a wide variety of moves. From hip-hop to ballet and even cultural dancing, he says dance teaches more than just fancy footwork.
This is basically to motivate them to do better in their classrooms, just to balance things off. That's basically tied into everything that they learn in school, okay? Not just mental, but physical as well.
Promoting a healthy lifestyle, the dance team will have live performances to showcase their talent.
We're going to be offering them a lot of training on and off campus. They'll be participating in a lot of public performances, all right, including the Guam Alley Dance Force. That's basically all the different high schools.
Mr. Medina is hoping to expand Gate's dance program to include middle and high schools in the very near future. Reporting for Guamsi's Network, I'm Carmen Victoria Chilaki.
Better young men, better Catholics, and better prepared for college. 29 students at Father Dueñas Memorial School were awarded scholarships in a ceremony held at the Manila campus on Friday. Here's FD Endowment Foundation President Felix Regis.
FDMS scholarship benefactor representatives, including FD Endowment Foundation, we're presenting 19 scholarships to 29 deserving recipients, totaling $54,822 today. Each scholarship has its own unique requirement and embodies the school's mission, which aims to prepare young men for college, foster and develop their faith, and leadership in service of the Guam community at large.
A scholarship was also recently created in memory of the school's late principal, Tony Thompson, who passed away back in April. That scholarship amount was for $1,000. A spay and neuter clinic sponsored by Guam Animals in Need and Humane Society International will be held at the Ordit Community Center on September 8th, 10th, and 12th. The clinic, which was initially supposed to take place at the University of Guam, had to be moved due to unforeseen circumstances. Surgeries will be conducted by 3 visiting veterinarians and will be assisted by Gaines Clinic technicians and supported by 5 local veterinarians. According to a press release from Gain, the goal is to perform between 150 to 200 surgeries over the course of the week. Please make note that these services are by appointment only. Call the clinic at 653-6717 or Gain at 653-4246 to schedule. Coming up, Dave Delgado has your day in NFL football, and still to come, our Cold Stone Creamery birthday shout-outs. Keep it here.
off a day, hungry drivers. Are you spending more time on the road? Shell has teamed up with Wendy's so you can buy fuel and eat free. Just fuel up 7 gallons at any Shell station and get a coupon for a Wendy's cheeseburger or chicken nuggets. Or use 2 coupons to redeem a Wendy's cheeseburger meal with fries and a drink. Fuel up at Shell today because this deal won't last long. Quality service, fuel, and food from Shell and Wendy's.
KUAM Sports is presented by Triple J.
What's up, Guam? Dave Delgado here for KUAM Sports. Thanks for watching. We'll take a look at some NFL highlights and your schedule for Monday's games in just a bit. But first off, your Dar Rentone Athlete of the Week. Check it out. We're here at Dar Rentone East Gagnon for our Athlete of the Week. Today we have a few players from the Personal Finance Center Islanders basketball team. Jack?
Congratulations on behalf of Dar Rentone. Who would you like to donate your check to?
We would like to donate it to Micronesian Sports Foundation.
You guys are defending champions from the All-Island Alumni Tournament held at Guam Elite Center. You guys are currently 4-0, but the team is stacked with talent on this year's roster.
Yes, we have a bunch of players in the national team, but I think what's making it work for us is our defense and our great chemistry. We're playing together and we're playing for each other.
JP, you put up 20 points this last game against the Sharks. What do you attribute your success to on the court playing alongside your fellow Islanders?
Well, I just play my game, and you know, I would like to thank my teammates for letting me do what I do best, and you know, perform and contribute whatever I can do on the court.
You got a leader like Jin Han on the basketball court, who's also kind of like the team captain, controlling the offense and the tempo of the game. You got Billy Belger and Murray Martin, 2 guys that recently came back from the micro games with a gold medal for the national team, and a big man in Jeff Serrano, who kind of dominates the game with rebounding.
Us guys being knowing each other's role and understanding each other, how we play, and pretty much we just play together and play our game, and we play as a team, and I think that's our ultimate strength, pretty much.
Personal Finance Center has been on island for quite some time, but seeing these guys do what they love and being out there on the basketball court, and seeing that the donation that you guys gave to the team is being used for a great cause, I'm sure the business and the company has to be proud about that, representing you guys so well.
Yes, we're very proud of the JFK team. We're very proud to sponsor you guys, and we're excited to see, you know, more success.
All right, congratulations. Stay tuned to our next Dar Rentone Athlete of the Week.
KUAM Sports Athlete of the Week is brought to you by...
The Guam Women's College Volleyball League will begin their 3rd season of play on Monday, September 10th at the UOG Cabo Fieldhouse. 2-time defending champions UOG Lady Tritons will face the Guam Community College squad at 6:15, followed by the UOG Tritons club team and Pacific Island University tied at 7:45. The UOG Lady Tritons are bringing a 16-0 record into Monday night's game. A little showing out before the start of the game as Eagles fans got to take a look at the Super Bowl trophy. Time to turn up after the start of the game was delayed due to some heavy rain. Julio Jones doing some Julio Jones things, leading the Falcons with 10 receptions for 169 yards. Matt Ryan finished the game 21 of 43 for 251 yards and an interception. Philly pulling the okey-doke handoff to the running back. Reverse Nelson Aguilar with the pass back to Nick Foles for the first down. Just shy of the 25-yard line. Foles passed for 117 yards on 19 of 34 pass attempts. Jay Ajayi rushed for 62 yards on 15 carries with 2 scores. The Eagles defense took over and held it down on the last play of the game for the 18-12 win. All right, Monday, September 10th, 3 in the morning, NFL on CBS, KUAM TV 11. You can catch the Houston Texans at the New England Patriots. Keep a lock to the stations of KUAM TV 8, 10:15 in the morning. Sunday night football, the Chicago Bears at the Green Bay Packers. Well, that's going to do it for sports. We're back right after this.
Attention drivers, we have a shipload of vehicles on the way and need to make room. Buy now during Triple J shipload sale. Take advantage of our best pricing on all Hondas, Acuras, Fords, Mazdas, Lincolns, Volvos, Kias, and used cars. New cars as low as $137 per paycheck and used cars as low as $86 per paycheck during Triple J shipload sale. See PDN and post print ads for details or visit us online at triplejguam.com and get pre-approved instantly. Trade-ins welcome, some conditions apply. Triple J Auto Group, customers first.
And before we close out the news tonight, here's our latest round of birthday shout-outs from the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club.
All right, let's wind this island week down by saying happy birthday to two members of the Leon Guerrero family. This is Norman and Leon. Hope both of you had wonderful birthdays today. Scotty Duenas III, celebrating half a century. Happy birthday, Scotty. We love you, says the family. Also, happy birthday to a good friend of ours here, Divina Evaristo, from your KUAM team. Hope you had a wonderful day, Divina. Sarah Sellis has a birthday today, and Sarah, hope you had a great day. And happy 47th birthday to Jerome Untalan. God bless you, and that big old heart of yours, we love you, from your entire family. Hope everybody had a wonderful birthday today.
Remember, you can be a part of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club by registering online at KUAM.com. Please make sure to include your photo, your name, and birth date. And it's that time of the week to announce the winner of a yummy Cold Stone Creamery birthday cake. The winner is, that's me trying to do a drum roll on the set, Joanne Duenas. Her birthday was last Saturday, September 1st. Congratulations. A rep from Cold Stone will be contacting you on how you can redeem your yummy Cold Stone birthday cake. And that's going to do it for us here on the desk, but stay tuned. Next is Extra.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E.
Half a day, everybody, and thank you so much for tuning in or streaming us. I'm Jason Salas, and this is KUAM News Extra. And on the big show tonight, a little bit of something for everyone, starting with the Guam